Hello fans, welcome to Susie Farms. Today we are going to share with you a story about Mrs. Venn, who successfully restored a healthy soil for healthy plants and healthy diet within her community. Kindly watch till the end and share your own opinion in the comment section below. Here goes her story. Mrs. Venn usually wakes early to prepare breakfast for her family of 7. After sending off the 4 younger children to school, she starts working on her vegetable garden. There, she will harvest some vegetables like huckleberry, amaranth greens, leaves of fluted pumpkin, and water leaf. Then she proceeds to the market where she sells them. When she returns in the evening, she will pick some more vegetables to prepare food for her family dinner. Although Mrs. Venn comes from a farming family, she hadn't always worked with vegetables before. Her parents had exclusively cultivated cocoa, just like most other families in her village, Takwe, in Fontem. You may be shocked to know that they have never enjoyed the product of the cocoa plants. Cocoa is cultivated mostly for export to the Western countries, which make them just bare laborers at the bottom of the business pyramid. So when Mrs. Venn finally married her husband, Mr. Ahu, she settled into a similar life. Her husband grew mainly cocoa and worked as a laborer during off-seasons. But because they were dependent on a single crop for sustenance, her family, just like the others, faced food shortages for 4 to 5 months of each year. In 2016, Mrs. Venn started a vegetable garden measuring 200 meters square. She hoped the family could save what they spent on buying fresh produce from the market and be assured of a varied and nutritious diet. But few vegetables flourish in the hard red soil. Desperate not to lose the input and effort she had already invested, she drained her savings on chemical fertilizers. At first, the chemicals seemed to work. The vegetables flourished. But gradually, she noticed that the soil was getting harder still. Water will not drain, and the vegetables developed a strange bitter taste. Then in 2020, she was advised to use effective microorganisms, which brings with it a unique approach. Effective microorganisms are specially cultivated bacteria that could condition the soil and manage pests. Though she was very skeptical when told, she finally decided to give it a try. She bought just 2 liters and begins by combining the EM mixture with fixed proportion of sugar, molasses, and chopped up vegetable waste. The mixture is sealed and stored, and the bacteria get to work, turning it into a rich, soupy compost. Once ready, the mixture is diluted and applied to vegetables and other crops. This activates the natural microorganism in the soil, conditioning it so other beneficial creatures such as earthworms can flourish. It also counts as a nature-based solution, a holistic approach to improving local conditions that promote the well-being of people and the environment. Soon, other farmers too were interested after seeing the result in her vegetable farm. They got a liter of EM and started adding it to their compost heap too. Through a combination of training on her farm, visit to other sites, and connection with other farmers, Mrs. Venn eagerly learned how to produce effective microorganisms. She expanded her garden to 1,000 square meters, devoting 100 square meters of it to a greenhouse where she could grow organic vegetables year-round. Since then, Mrs. Venn's garden has flourished. Same with most farmers in her community who have also learned to produce EM from scratch. Bingo! What a wonderful way to recycle waste into fertilizer to enhance the beneficial soil microbes, to restore soil nutrients for healthy plants, optimal yield, and reduce pests. Yes, self-production of EM and no more buying of expensive chemicals resulted to low input and higher output. Isn't this what every farmer or entrepreneur looks for? Low cost, high yield, high profit returns, poverty alleviation, food security, reduced malnutrition, community development, restoration of ecosystem, pollution reduction, etc., etc. The quality of the soil becomes now better. There are more earthworms and fewer airborne pests. Weed growth has reduced. The vegetables also grow faster and the soil has become rich and dark. There was also ladybird in all the gardens, and she also noticed better drainage. More importantly, now they could keep the produce for a longer time. So the produce were now high quality produce. Mrs. Ven's plot is now an active community learning site. Farmers come even from other villages to learn how to replicate her successes. If used efficiently, EM can be a farmer's friend as it provides more nutrients and yield. This might seem rather a minor benefit to some, but here in remote rural areas, it is everything. It leads to improved nutrition, better income, and sustainable living conditions for small-scale farmers. Indeed, agriculture is the main source of subsistence and livelihood for the Bangwa clan. But these agricultural resources are also highly climate sensitive, leaving them where people with little capacity to adapt to the changing climate. Solutions like EM are therefore crucial to helping small-scale farmers build resilience and improve nutrition, livelihood, and soil health at the same time. We hope that all royal farming households can benefit from the use of self-made EM application in their farms and bid goodbye to conventional fertilizers and pesticides. These are many new effective technologies and techniques to improve their food and cash crops that we shall be bringing on this platform. Kindly like, share, subscribe, and always remember to tune on the notification bell to keep up with updates. Don't forget to share your opinion in the comment section below. We keep learning from each other and growing as a team. Wouldn't it be wonderful if many farmers in rural areas, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, were able to double their vegetables and crop yield without the use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides? This will make the per capita income of participating households to double. It is evident from the result as the production of vegetables for farmers using EM in their farms rose considerably, while in non-participating villages, the volume and yield of these same crops register a decline in production with little or no profit. Mrs. Ven actually produces vegetables, cabbage, lettuce, amaranth greens, leeks, chili pepper, garden egg, cocky beans, cucumber, water leaf, pumpkin, tomato, sweet bitter leaf, among others. Her family eats well, and she has plenty to sell in the market, where the quality and safety of her organic vegetable is well known. She can boast of a year-round vegetable supply from her farm and greenhouse thanks to the application of EM. The days when the family spent part of the year short of food are now a distant memory. And this is what she had to say. We can smell the freshness of the vegetables now. When using chemical fertilizer and pesticide, we could not smell it. Quite the opposite. And we can sell our produce all year round at a good price, even in the raining season. Kudos. What do you actually think about using EM in your own farm and garden? Please share your opinion in the comment section below. We are here to share information with each other. So be an active participant in this channel. We will be glad to read from you. Cheers. See you soon.